We are now going to be taking a look at stem and leaf plots. A stem and leaf plot is a way that we display data, and it shows each individual value from a set of numbers and how they're distributed. There's a vertical stem part of the graph that represents all the digits in a number except for the last one. And then there's a horizontal part, which we call leaves, that represent the last digit that we've left off of that number. So what that looks like is we have a stem and leaf plot. The stem is going to be vertical. So all of these numbers have 2 digits. So the vertical will be my first digit. I can see I have numbers in the 20s, 30s, 40s, and 50s. So I'm going to put 2 for my 20s, 3 for my 30s, 4 for my 40s, and 5 for my 50s. Now the leaves are going to be the last digit in the 20s, 30s, 40s, and 50s. Now if you have a number that repeats more than once, then it's going to have multiple leaves. So let's start with the 20s. I only have one number that's in the 20s, and I like to cross them off as I write them down. So there's the number 29. So the 2 stem will have a leaf of 9. There are multiple 30s. You want to write them in order from least to greatest. So the smallest leaf would be a 30. But there is no 30, which would have had a leaf of 0. However, I do see a 31. So 1 would be next. There's no 32, no 33, but there are 2 34s. So I'm going to put 2 leaves of the number 4. Oh, actually, there are 3 leaves because there was a third 34 right here. I just missed it. And then I see a 37 and a 38. So 7 and 8. I believe that's all of my 30s. So now it's time to do the 40s. Remember, least to greatest. 41 is the smallest one. Next comes 42, 43, 44. And then we only have one leaf for the 50s, which is 52. That's for when we have 2 digits, but if you take a look at example 2, we have 3 digits. You can see I have numbers in the 170s, the 180s, and the 190s. So when we're doing our stem and leaf plot, the stems are going to be 17 for the 170s, 18 for the 180s, and 19 for the 190s. Once again, we're going to go from least to greatest for our leaves, and our leaves only contain the last digit. If we have something that repeats, they have multiple leaves. So let's start with the 170s. Let's see, I have 177, 177, 178, and 175. So 175 is the smallest one. It has a leaf of 5. Then I have 2 177s, so 2 leaves of 7. And then 178, which has a leaf of 8. For the 180s, I can see I have 180. So that would have a leaf of 0. And then I only have 182 next, which will have a leaf of 2. Okay. Now we're at the 190s. So I can see that I have 2 192s, so 2 leaves of 2, and then a leaf of 5 for the largest 190, which is 195. Pretty straightforward, I think. 1 through 8, these are actually your homework problems. I did cross off number 2 because I wasn't too worried about dealing with decimals at the moment. It's pretty straightforward, but I'd rather just focus on 1, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So at this time, I'd like you to attempt your homework and then upload a picture when you're done.